If you've been in the martial arts for any length of time, one of the questions that you'll be asked is, what style do you do? And I think this is a difficult thing for martial arts, because I think we have to get away from styles, because the style really just reflects your philosophy. If you do karate or taekwondo or kickboxing, the style is what? It's how you think. And I suppose what you have to question is your philosophy correct? You know, as Shakespeare said, there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Your philosophy needs to be effective, needs to work for you. And it's like in one of the problems that they had with mathematics and science a couple of hundred years ago was that people weren't using the same symbols for equations. Now everybody uses the same equations. They have a set system. In the martial arts, we don't have that. We have a series of philosophies, which we call styles, which say this is correct or that is correct, but you don't know whether it's correct until it's tested. And this brings me back to efficiency with the martial arts. Efficiency is what martial arts is all about. Efficiency is the only thing that matters in the martial arts, whether it be mental efficiency or physical efficiency. But the style, I think, gets in the way. Karate and Kung Fu will have a different name for a roundhouse kick, probably because one is Chinese and one is Japanese. But until we have a set system for describing what we do and a series of tests to prove what we do, then we are just a philosophy and not a physics. I've seen yesterday on social media a guy who was in front of a class, and he was redirecting a sword which was struck at him very, very slowly. He couldn't have got out of the way anyway. He just looked too unfit, too fat and unfit. But this was the style. This was the philosophy. Now, in terms of the physics, what he did could not possibly work. A 4-year-old child swinging a sword at him would have hit him. Everything he did was wrong. And that's a problem with the martial arts, in terms of you are teaching something, and some of you I know are testing that out, and some of you are not. And if you're not testing what you do under kind of test conditions, not trying to prove whether your technique works or not, but trying to see if it works. You see, if you come to a scientific point of view, a scientist will want to prove a certain thing, like Einstein wanted to prove his theory of relativity, but he came at it in a way that he tested it until it worked. And when it worked, that was proven. It took him a few years to get it proved, to get it accepted and so on, but it was proven. Now, with martial arts, what we do is we say, this is how it should be done, but we don't test how it should be done. And the tests, when it is tested, very often those tests are they're weighted in favour of the technique, because the instructor either likes that technique or believes in that technique. So think about your style and your system. Would it stand up to the test of a scientific test? If it wouldn't, it needs to be thrown away. If it would, it needs to be kept.